her. So how do I, oh, how do I, oh, how do I, Hello, my name is Autumn, and this is my July. This is everything I collected in the month of July. This is everything that I read in the month of July. My name is Autumn, and this is my July book haul and wrap-up. So, first off, we have Harley Quinn, the variant, issue 18, Teen Titans Go edition. I personally have not read the Harley Quinn run, but when I saw this, I had to get it. It was $4, so why not? Let me just preface to say the other books that I got. My dad took me to Barnes & Noble, and then he just started grabbing books off the shelf and started paying for them, and I was like, what is all this? So the first one we have is I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai with Christina Lamb. It's an autobiography about this girl named Malala, and she is just a girl wanting basic rights for, I believe, children or a woman in her country. I forgot. But how she wanted to start doing it is she was shot in the head by the Taliban while she was on the bus going to home, and she survived, and she has won tons of awards, and I've heard a lot of stuff about her. So there's that. Next book we have is The Girl in the Train by Paula Hawkins. My dad has read this, and his synopsis was this girl saw something before she went on a train. Was it real, or is she crazy? And so it's a mystery thriller, and there's that. Maybe I'll get to it. Maybe not soon, but we'll see. The next one we have is Rook by Sharon Cameron. I kind of saw this in the new releases in YA and Barnes & Noble the day before. I saw videos by Peruse Project and a Bookatopia saying that, we made a book club, and now this is the first book that we are going to talk about. I'm like, what? Let me go for it. So I got this, and it's basically about this girl or woman who is forced into marriage, I believe, or goes into marriage, and she learns stuff. There's Rook, who's a vigilante, and who, rescues the poor, does everything for the poor, and the government's like, what you doing? Stop. And somehow they're interconnected. Yeah, so there's that. And then the last book we have from Barnes & Noble is The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. And it's the first 5 stories of The Wizard of Oz. They're in the bag right here. So we have The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, The Marvelous Land of Oz, Ozma of Oz, Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz, and The Road to Oz. I believe my parents read me these when I was very, very young. So I'm kind of glad to get this. Plus it was $8. Unfortunately, I did not read any books finish any books for the month of July. I am still reading The Ember and the Ashes by Sabathir. I tried finishing it the night before, but unfortunately I passed out. I was so close, but yeah, so far. So let's start off with the manga that I have. So we have Magical Girl Apocalypse, Volume 3. It's basically about these, magical girls that come into the world and start killing everybody. So there's tons of gore, mutilation, blah, blah, blah. So if you're, if you don't like blood, I would not suggest this. But I don't care. It's pretty cool. And nobody knows why these magical girls are here. And the third book just started to talk about why. So it's really interesting. And then the next one we have is Kami-sama Kiss, or Kami-sama Hajime Mashita, Volume 5, I believe. Yeah, Volume 5. And it's basically about this girl and this guy. This girl was homeless. Her dad was a gambler, and they lost their house. And then while she was homeless in the park, this guy comes up and says, hey, you you need a home. So he gives her this shrine, which this demon, this fox demon here, serves, or is like a servant and stuff. And so she goes through that. And so we learn about the religious culture of shrines, kami-samas, gods, yokai, etc. and whatnot. And also it's a slice of life and a romance. And I don't want to go off too much about it because I'm in the 5th volume. And now we go on to our single issues. We have tons. So we'll start off with Vampirella, Army of Darkness. Don't don't look at this and say, oh, it's all about sex. It's not necessarily all about sex, as far as I have read. There's not much story going on, but when Vampirella appears, it gets really good, and then there's like 4 pages of advertisements. 4 pages. I'm not lying. So that sucks. But it looks really good, and I want to get more. So there's that. Next one we have is Sword of Sorrows, the Valkyrie edition, the first single issue, and it's about Red Sonja, Vampirella, Jungle Girl. It's about girls who like to show cleavage and skin and etc. and whatnot. But it was really, really nice. I liked how each character, each scene just was fluid, or the connections was at perfect times. It was really interesting, and I believe this had it just had a lot of story in it, and I was really happy. So look at this one, it's good. Next one we have is Bee and Puppycat. What? So Bee and Puppycat is a web show on YouTube. You can look it up. It's really cute, really funny. Puppycat likes to speak in Japanese, and he's like a cat, a puppy cat. So it's really cool. It's very random and awesome. The next one we have is Starfire. I believe it's like 52 or nah, I don't know. But unfortunately, words cannot explain how disappointed I am about this. Starfire for me, at least in Teen Titans 3 or 3rd edition, or the 3rd comic book run, she was very confident, badass, awesome, didn't give a shit what anybody else thought. She would just go for it. And I love that. And the Teen Titans show, she was ditzy, obviously, but she was nice, she loved her friends, she would do anything for them. And that's why I love Starfire. And also because of red hair. Can I please? No. But in this one here, she's making out with a guy, she's throwing off her clothes, she is ditzy beyond belief. I feel like she's a blonde. She's just a straight up blonde, and I don't know if I can handle that. I'm gonna try to get more issues of her just to see if it gets any better, but I was very disappointed with this. So, really sad. Now we move on to my trade backs and graphic novels. We got these guys. So the first one we have is The Wicked and Divine, the 2nd volume, Pandemonium. This is an amazing series. The girls at my comic book store, every time a new issue comes out, it's on their #1 recommended list. It's a really great series. And if you have not read it, I would suggest reading it. It's basically, as it says on the back, every 9 years, 12 gods return as young people. They are loved, they are hated. In 2 years, they are all dead. It's happening now. It's happening again. And it's just basically from any religion that you can think of. From Roman, Greek, Japanese, Chinese, Norse, any type of god that you can think could be in this. And it's awesome. So there's Lucifer, Ananke, Amaterasu, and just tons of others. And it's awesome. Next one we have is Suicide Squad, The New 52, Death is for Suckers. And this is the third one. It's okay. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this comic book run. It's very fast paced. I have to read it several times to understand it because they're moving so fast. And unfortunately, I do not know about many villains or heroes to really understand. So I have to wiki it sometimes. I have to, just reread certain parts. And it's okay. It's okay. The next one we have is Teen Titans Family Lost Volume 2. This is what I said earlier, the Teen Titans third or three generation, or, the third comic book run. This is Starfire right here. She's badass. Look at her abs. Oh my god, look at her abs. And I love the series because when I was 12, my dad started collecting trade backs for me, and this was his first one that he gave me. So, memories. And this is tons of villains. This is a villain for this trade back. Yada, yada, yada. I don't really want to spoil anything, but there's that. And then the last one we have is Coffin Hill, Dark Endeavors Trade Back 2. The girls at the comic book store, they recommended this to me. I have mixed reviews. It jumps from past to present too often to understand what is going on. Right when I understand one point, it just throws me right off. And unfortunately, I am not too interested to reread to understand this. So, unfortunately, yeah. But if you like it, cool for you. But yeah, that is everything that I've read. That is everything I've collected for this for the month of July. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.